Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling featuring the Summer Soundboard. Yes, sir. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming your favorite podcast episodes, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. If you're listening on iTunes, leave us a review of the 5-star kind. Subscribe to our YouTube at YK Wrestling. Links to all the platforms and the merchandise, including your Black Lives Matter t-shirts, available at YKWrestling.com. Welcome back again for episode 202 to the Nuck If You Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Joined by King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name.
Yes,
Missed you last week, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, black parents. That's all I can tell you, man.
Black parents and weather, man.
When you go out of state, just clear the whole day, because
Nah, facts.
You think you're gonna be home at like 1 o'clock? You don't get home till like 3:30 something. So
yeah, man. It's crazy. And it happened on a Sunday too, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, man, black parents on Sundays, totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, man.
It's like
no concept.
Time is unlimited.
I'll tell you, no concept of time whatsoever.
Hey, man, I'll tell you, it's hot outside, dog. I'm not thinking straight.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking straight. I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. I've been up about 10 hours already. So
yeah, man.
It might be nap time after your boy get off of here. As I said last week, I had a PSA, man. Hope y'all staying cool outside, man. Hope y'all staying hydrated. Whew. You can't stay cool outside. Stay cool inside. Staying cool outside is an oxymoron.
Yeah, I can't do that. I basically work outside, and I mean, I start in the early morning, but by the time I leave, especially now, it's like 11 o'clock. So
oh no,
I done been hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a photo shoot this morning, man. So I'm like scheduled a photo shoot like early in the morning before it get too hot.
Mm-hmm.
About 45 minutes into that joint, it was already hot. I was over there sweating. Shout out to WWE for giving us them sweat towels at SummerSlam a couple years ago. Definitely coming in handy. Still to this day.
Man, real talk.
Free sweat towels with the big logo on it.
That's a big shout out to y'all for that.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
It's one of the only ones y'all got from that weekend, because I was tripping.
Oh yeah, it was a lot going on that weekend. It just like we still had a good time regardless.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Show was dope.
I did go back and watch. Wasn't a whole lot to watch of it, but I did watch Bianca and Becky from SummerSlam the other day.
Oh man.
And I was just like, I watched the whole thing from like the moment Becky's music just played. And I was like, I remember how we all felt.
Oh yeah, the moment was crazy.
And I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm here. And then they showed the big like wide shot of the whole stadium. And I was like, I am in there somewhere.
Right.
And I couldn't believe it. And then just totally deflated. It was a fun time. You know,
we could have had a triple threat. You know what I'm saying? You could have pinned
at
Carmella and did all that if you was going to do it anyway. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Could have did that, man. We still had a good time. It was messed up because the card system went down like maybe 30 minutes before that match.
Oh yeah.
I needed a drink after Bianca lost. I couldn't even get that.
Oh.
So best wishes to all y'all going to SummerSlam in a few weeks. Hope I mean our experience wasn't bad. I just hope y'all is a little better.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, this week in wrestling history, let's talk about it real quick. I don't know. I totally blanked for a quick second. My bad, y'all. Last week, I'll be messing up. That's players mess up. They cool. Do.
Players fuck up.
They do.
You know how it go.
Like all the time. I gotta tell y'all about it. Let me play the sound if it's gonna play.
Players fuck up.
There we go. Sometimes soundboards fuck up too, and they don't want to play. Got me over here trying to stall.
Tell you, Savi go on vacation and everybody want to act up.
Man, listen, man, summer soundboard, you about to get fired, dog. Last week I definitely forgot to say happy birthday to some folks, man. So Barry Windham still good. I mean, didn't he have a heart attack not too long ago?
I did hear about that. Nobody said he got worse. So I mean,
no news is good news.
Yeah, there you go.
Sid Vicious though, man. Happy birthday a couple weeks ago to Sid Vicious. Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to somebody you can find on the same website where you can find our friends at Smacking It Raw podcast, Lars Sullivan. Ludwig Kaiser, Mr. Keep a Check 2022, Kevin Nash, Mark Miro, and Shelton Benjamin all had birthdays a couple weeks ago. And I forgot to mention it on last week's episode. So there you go. This week, though, this past week, happy birthday to Gilbert.
Oh, God.
Y'all remember Gilbert?
Yeah.
Shout out to Gilbert.
Sparklers and shit.
Man, that's the whole inspiration for me. Like when I was a kid, every 4th of July, I just did the Gilbert. I had the sparklers, all that. Butch Reed, the natural Butch Reed, would have had a birthday this past week. RIP to the legend. TJ Wilson, the GOAT, the GOAT producer at this point.
Hell yeah.
Happy birthday to you, my brother. Dang, see, I got to go tell TJ Wilson happy birthday because he tell me happy birthday every year. I told y'all me and him was Facebook friends since I was like 15 when nobody knew who he was. So like,
yo, that's what's up.
I didn't know it was his birthday. I don't be on Facebook no more. So I got to go on Facebook and tell my man happy birthday.
Nice.
Jeff Cobb.
I'm going to get on the show too.
Oh, facts. Let's get that. Ooh. Okay. Put it in my notes. Jeff Cobb, happy birthday this past week, as well as Hurricane Helms. Did y'all know that Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar shared a birthday?
I knew it was Brock's birthday this week. I didn't know him and Sami had the same birthday.
Yeah, man. July 12th. Happy birthday to Bella. Can't talk. Happy birthday to both of those men. Happy birthday to the Hall of Famer, 2-time Hall of Famer X-Pac. Bet you never thought he would be a 2-time Hall of Famer, but he is.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I didn't think Tupac. X-Pac.
Players.
There's a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things I thought X-Pac would not be here in 2023, and I'm just not gonna get into it. But shout out to him.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to the dog passed away not too long ago.
Oh damn.
He loved that dog. I remember he had that dog out here in Vegas with him when I met him. Me and Malik met him. He had his dog with him. So shout out to him. Hope he's doing well. Experienced a lot of loss over the last few years. A lot of friends.
Yeah.
His man's best friend. So shout out to him. Happy birthday to another Hall of Famer, JEFF JARRETT, Jeff Jarrett, Mr. Keep a Check nominee every year.
Yeah.
Sure. And another Hall of Famer, Bubba Ray Dudley, Bully Ray, whatever you want to call him. Brother Ray. Got all the names. Heath. Happy birthday to Heath. He got kids.
Mm-hmm.
He got kids.
He do.
How many kids he got? 8?
It's something like that. It's either 7 or 8. He pushing them double digits. You know, Phillip Rivers about to
I was about to bring up Phillip Rivers. I was just about to bring his ass up. They both chasing Antonio Cromartie.
I'm telling you, bro. That's wild as hell.
Hey, you know who got mad kids on the sneak? Dwight Howard.
He do. Damn.
And Neo. I just found out Neo got like 7 kids, bro. Did you know that?
What?
That nigga should have turned the radio off a long time ago.
I'm about to say, like, the way he be doing his music, you be thinking he got struggles and shit.
Right.
Nah, he doing just fine. He being plentiful and multiplying out here.
All right, I'm gonna need me a Royal Rumble with a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's got crazy kids. Heath, Phillip Rivers, Neo, Nick Cannon, Future, all that.
Oh, hell yeah. That's enough for 2 Rumbles right there.
Listen, facts. Former Peasant of the Week, Jesse Ventura, had a birthday this past week. I don't know how old he is.
He looking old as a motherfucker. Like,
I bet he is. He looked old.
I forget
back then.
I seen somebody posted a picture with him at some event. That man looking like ghastly now.
Man, I seen a picture of Terry Funk on his birthday a few weeks ago.
Yep, I did too.
I'm glad he's still around.
Yeah.
Said that a couple weeks ago. Happy birthday to Marty Wright, aka the Boogeyman. 30. I'm 30. 30. I know you not.
I can't believe this man. Like, there's certain levels of audacity you just don't expect from people. And I mean, you look yourself in the mirror before you came up with that lie. I'm 30.
But it's cool. Like, I mean, you 40, you 40, bro. Ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You was in great shape for a 40-year-old.
Right.
Like, what was there to be ashamed about? You thought you wasn't gonna get the job, which is crazy. He got the job anyway. Al Snow was like,
"That's the paperwork. That's cap. Totally cap. That means lie."
Al Snow was not having it, bro.
He's like, this nigga must think I'm stupid.
Like, nigga, do you know that I can see you?
Right. Like, you could have said 35, 36.
Yeah.
Got away with that, no problem.
Yeah, you could have got away with 35. It was a little respectable.
Like, nigga,
if you was 30, if you was 30, how old am I now? Like, I'm about to try out for the WWE. Told him I'm 22.
Right.
See what happens. Yeah. Then let's round this out because we're talking about guys that look great for their age, man. Bobby Lashley is turning 47 tomorrow. It don't crack.
Big facts.
It do not.
And we gotta talk about him too.
Oh yeah.
We had a Lashley sighting.
Yes, sir.
And I'm happy about it.
Me too. I was excited because soon as the limo pulled up, and I was like, Lashley in that motherfucker. Yep. We're gonna talk about that. Did happy birthday as well, Excalibur. Him and Bobby Lashley share a birthday. So interesting.
Yeah.
But this past week, wrestling history. I'm gonna get through this quick. R.I.P. to Bruiser Brody, passed away this week in 1988. 2002 this week, Eric Bischoff debuted in the WWE. What?
Hold up.
It was my favorite. It's one of my favorite debuts ever. I'm gonna tell you why. We got one of the blackest moments on WWE TV out of Eric Bischoff debut.
We did.
Because you didn't see Eric Bischoff for the first time when he just came out there. No, you saw Eric Bischoff for the first time roll up on Booker T, and Booker T just looked this man up and down like, nigga, what the fuck you doing here? Blackest moment ever. And then later on that week, Stephanie McMahon was announced as the GM for SmackDown. Things got interesting on both shows around this time, for sure. 2005, Matt Hardy made his return to WWE after being released a few months prior, and beat the shit out of Edge on Raw. Nobody thought it was a work. They was like, what the hell he doing here?
Right. Oh man, that was what, like, when I was still kind of on the fence, that got me back dialed in, because I'm like, yo, is we going off script? We doing some Jerry Springer shit out here now?
Yeah, man. Some of the best work that they did around that time.
Hell yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't remember a lot of it going on around that time, 2005.
Yeah.
You know, things were a little crazy in real life for me and my family. So didn't get to pay attention to wrestling a whole lot. But this is one of the things I was just like, yo, I'm invested. And by the time things, smoothed over around the fall, I got back into the watching on a weekly basis, and it was like, damn, the ladder match. Was it ladder match they was supposed to have?
They had a street fight.
The street fight, which
that was when
Homecoming.
That was a ladder match. That was for the Money in the Bank. And
street fight was at SummerSlam. Okay.
No, the street fight was on Raw. They had a match on SummerSlam.
They had on SummerSlam that never got started. It was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was a regular match, but they booked Edge to just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he beat
until the ref stopped it. The match they had on Raw, and I never forget, because this is one that, like, I started like watching again on the regular. I tuned in the middle of the match, and then I saw this was when they went off the stage and into all the electrical shit, and I was like, yo. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, that was that moment that, like, all right, I'm back in. Y'all got me.
And sometimes that's all it takes, man.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. So I'm going to tell y'all what got me back into it all the way. Was like, when I was a kid, I was just, casual watcher here and there. But when I seen Stone Cold and Booker T in that supermarket, I'm watching every week from now on.
Oh, man.
From now on, I'm watching every week. And then Triple H came back a couple weeks after that. Oh, yeah. It was a wrap for me. Man. 2015, man. The Divas Revolution, Evolution, whatever WWE wants to call it. Called it both. That began this past week when Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, who was the NXT Women's Champion at the time, and Becky Lynch all made their debut on Raw. The rest is history. The rest is history. And then 2021, this past week, WWE held their very first show since March of 2020 with the full capacity of fans. And it's been up ever since then.
Hell yeah.
Crowds have been hot. The product has been very interesting. They can't miss, apparently. They got misses here and there, but it's like
it's far and few in between.
Yeah, if you watch I watch a lot of women's basketball, watch the WNBA, and I watch my Las Vegas Aces specifically. If you watch an Aces game, they don't miss. Like, they literally don't miss.
They shooting the lights out.
Literally. Shout out to that, man. And shout out to everything that's happened this past week. And then this weekend, we got Slammiversary tonight, 21st edition. And like I said last year on Slammiversary, it is crazy that they have lasted for 21 anniversary events. Because they probably shouldn't have made it past like 12, to be honest with you.
Nah, I mean, yeah. I would say probably right about there. We should have just cut. But yeah, they found a way to survive, man. They doing it.
Yeah. You gonna be watching Slammiversary?
Honestly, I might, cause even though I ain't make it, I actually did went back and watched the show. It was actually good.
It was decent.
They was on.
Yeah, back then that was like shortly after they peak, in my opinion, but they were still kind of hot. And yeah, this Slammiversary it's a lot of fam that I'm not really feeling, but I'm gonna still tap into it here and there. You got Trinity winning.
She better.
I'm hearing that my main event, and they saying Mercedes gonna be in the building. So,
oh man,
looking like you know what that means,
right? Like, y'all might as well listen. What else did y'all bring her here for? It's not like Deonna needed no more. She didn't had it like how many times already?
Right. You know who I better not see supporting Trinity? Rikishi.
Oh,
Like, so you got priorities. Like, you want to show up to support your family now. But you got bigger fish to fry when it comes to the family. But we'll talk about that momentarily. Yeah, I'm gonna tap into Slammiversary.
I'm gonna watch just to see if he show up now.
Facts.
I gotta have my ear to the ground for that situation.
Facts. So yeah, I'm gonna watch Slammiversary. We're gonna hit the double header because the WNBA All-Star game is tonight out here in Vegas. So that's gonna be a fun time. So we're gonna watch all that. But real quick, now that I got that, kind of out there into the space, I'm gonna just use this as a perfect opportunity to segue into this.
I'm packing the air, this gas what?
Real brief.
These peasants, you peasants.
WNBA All-Star Game is taking place here in Las Vegas at the home of the Las Vegas Aces at the Mandalay Bay. But apparently, if you play for the Aces and you did not make the All-Star Game, you got to buy a ticket.
Huh?
Yeah, like Alicia Clark, she's one of our players, and she ended up like tweeting at the commissioner. Like, hey, I just want to support my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
It's unacceptable with me. So with that being said, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, bring that ass here.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Come on, son.
That's crazy.
Ain't this what we dealt with in wrestling, like around the time of the Give Divas a Chance, all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the same thing. And that was over 10 years ago, mind you. So why is it 10 years later and we, in a what should be a bigger sport than women's wrestling? I don't even know at this point if it is.
Nah, ain't no way. I'm sorry.
But it should be, especially with the
It's-
Aces killing stuff. Like, we got stars over here. I got beef with Kathy Engelbert that this is not the appropriate show to name out all my beefs. I'm just gonna say I just felt the opportunity to give her Peasant of the Week just because it was on my mind.
Got you.
You know how that goes.
I thought you was giving it to somebody else.
Oh, I got a couple things to give it to. Cause I forgot to mention, man. We were talking about, sweat towels and shit earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how hot it was outside. It is 115 degrees outside today here in Las Vegas.
Listen.
Tomorrow it is going to be forecasted 117 degrees outside. Therefore, I gotta do
I'm
it.
packing the air, this gas what?
These peasants, you peasants.
To the biggest star in our whole entire solar system, the sun. Bring that ass here, boy.
Bring that ass here, boy.
I'm tired of this. I am dying out here. I walk outside and lose my breath immediately. It's like when you're making Thanksgiving dinner, you making your turkey, and you go and open the oven to check on it, and all that hot air just go right at your face. That's how it feels when you open the door to walk outside. We literally melting outside, bro. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
Can't be sweating like that.
That's a fact. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Wow. Come on, son. Literally. Come on, son. And then where we at on the Royal Addressing rumors, bro?
Oh man. All right. So I think you said you got something about the AEW ban.
I do. Cause I seen a little joint earlier this week. They said several moves in AEW and several certain actions that are pretty much synonymous with AEW are now restricted as the company is adopting a new health and safety protocol. So add that to the list of things where, oh, that's why WWE does it. No wonder that AEW has come to implement after some time. In a memo sent out to all the wrestlers in the company, Certain things banned now: unprotected chair shots to the head, shots to the back of the head, buckle bombs, blind moves backwards, like Seth
Yeah.
Rollins does the buckle bomb.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Fencing responses, unnatural positions of arms following a concussion, seizure cells, because apparently it's people in the company with a history of having seizures on live television think it's okay to do a seizure cell in the middle of the ring. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Spitting, very unsanitary. That should have been banned to begin with. Why are you spitting on me? Bleeding in the crowd, weapons or projectiles in the crowd, taking drinks or food from guests in the crowd, or is the last one, physical contact with the crowd, such as pouring drinks on 9-year-old children.
I was about to say, like, once you said taking stuff from people in the crowd, first place I went to with it.
Yeah. And then other moves and actions that are not necessarily banned, but have to get approval from coaches and officials, which not too concerned about this. They're going to green light a whole bunch of shit anyway, so it don't really matter.
Yeah.
Spots and bumps on the ring apron and outside, table, ladder, chair spots in or out of the ring that are only allowed with padding. About 3 years late on this, I almost seen Matt Hardy die on pay-per-view a few years ago. So at least better late than never, I guess. But any elevated spots outside of the barricades, pile drivers and tombstone variations, high risk dives and top rope moves like tope suicidas of that sort. Intentional bleeding. This is the one I am just.
Oh man, intentional bleeding.
I am so glad because I've been. Oh my, this is the one I was happy about. Don't know how much is gonna change. Hopefully, it changes something. I'm tired of seeing everybody bleeding every match in AEW.
Well, I'm about to say, like, how is John Moxley supposed to work?
Facts.
Because
facts. What else did they ban here, or at least have to get approval for? Throwing people into, through, or over ring steps and commentary table, the bell table, or guardrails. And then a certain weapon usage has to be approved, like chairs and pipes and kendo sticks, etc. Title belts and whatnot, thumbtacks and skewers and barbed wire and whatnot. Just any type of weapons, a lot of stuff. Injury spots and angles, whether or not medical is involved or called to the ring. And then any physicality in the crowd or brawling into the crowd has to be approved, as well as any physicality involving referees, managers, extras, celebrities, or special guests. A lot of this stuff is common sense. Kind of shameful that it's only taken going into their 5th year to change something different. And it probably wasn't a company ethic. It was probably carried down from Warner Brothers Discovery.
I'm about to say, like, that merger, you know, they're gonna want to see some things changing up around here.
Facts.
Y'all wanted a streaming deal.
They kind of had WBD's beck and call too. Like,
yeah,
they be getting punked around low key. They said, "Hey, get this title belt out here and put our logo on."
Well, look, because they just they want it so bad. They want to do all this shit so bad so they could be like top dog and shit. You don't know. It's another side to these deals, bro. Like,
yeah, man.
You start you selling your soul, and you gonna see what happens after that.
You're gonna fuck around and find out.
And well, funny shit is history repeats itself because Bischoff did the same shit with fucking Time Warner.
Facts.
Like,
which
y'all don't learn.
If y'all don't know, Time Warner and Warner Brothers Discovery are the same company, just different names and different people heading it over time, but they derive from the same company. It was like Time Warner, and then like Time Warner and AOL did a merger, and then AOL was like, we don't fucking like wrestling, and kicked that shit to the curb and sold that shit to WWF for pennies back in 2001. And then over time they became like AT&T. They merged with like AT&T, those assets. And then AT&T was like, yo, we losing money on this HBO shit. And they ended up merging with Discovery. And now we have Warner Brothers Discovery. And the people at Discovery don't give a fuck about sports either. So, yeah.
Hey, man.
Inside the NBA might be on the ropes, and I'm scared.
Oh, damn.
Which is crazy. It gets some of their highest ratings, but the fact that they don't like sports, they can probably cut that shit tomorrow and not care. They say, yeah, we're paying Shaq too much money. Paying Charles Barkley way too much money.
Man, go on with that bullshit.
Yeah, you know these execs don't know nothing.
No, they really don't.
You seen SAG went on strike.
Listen, everybody going on. Like, I work at UPS.
I heard y'all about to go on strike.
We got about 15, 16 days until D-Day if they don't get their shit together. Yeah. And then that means, listen, I'm already getting my ass beat. Like,
listen,
I'll come back from vacation and have one of the worst weeks ever.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So they don't get this shit together. I'm gonna have to start working 6 days, and I ain't trying to work 6 days. Like, this is where we at.
Yeah, always saying these execs, they don't know what they doing. They like to tote around what's their favorite word? Record profits.
Yup. Perfect example. Billions of dollars raked all in. But y'all can't pay the motherfuckers that do this shit for y'all.
Man. Hey, we stand in solidarity with all the workers.
Yeah.
The writers of the Writers Guild, they've been on strike for like two months. Going on 2 months. Stand in solidarity with them. Stand in solidarity with the actors. I am the thespian, TC Fontaine. I'm not a union actor yet, but by the time I be a union actor, I would like to have a little bit of protections that I don't get being non-union. And I don't want to, have to lend my likeness to artificial intelligence for years.
I was just about to say that, because I read something the other day. They were saying like they could use AI. They'll only pay actors for like a day's work and just utilize their likeness through AI to film as much as they want to after that. Like, the fuck? Y'all sure?
Mind you, that's for background work. Background work get paid like a couple $100 for a day. So for $200, y'all have my likeness forever? No,
nah, hell no.
Y'all tripping. So yeah. Again, we off track. But AEW, ban list, Warner Brothers, all that. Elsewhere, am I leading the rumors here? Let me get some of my rumors out the way, fam.
Well, yeah, I know you said you had a couple.
I got a couple. They said Brian Pillman, I can't talk. I got excited. Them billionaires and pissed me off. So now I got to get back down.
Listen, I'm with you.
They said Brian Pillman Jr. was at the Performance Center this past week. A couple days after they said he wasn't listed on the AEW roster anymore. So Cowboy Jesus, Shawn Michaels, I think he might be able to save him. He might be able to turn him into something.
Let's say somebody got to.
He got to shake some of that stank off.
Yeah. That was a damn shame.
He's been working with a lot of ass down there. Was it Jacksonville they at? Yeah, working with a lot of ass down there. Got to shake that stank off.
Yeah, man. Ain't been
Get that
good.
training in.
It ain't been good.
Ever since I saw his daddy's Dark Side of the Ring, I've been rooting for him.
Yeah. Yeah, because he a good dude.
Yeah, he seemed like a good guy. Heard some things, I couldn't verify it, but from what I know, it seems to be a pretty decent person. Seth Rollins appeared on Out of Character with Ryan Satin with the Fox Sports Network this past week, and he talked about when he went back down to work NXT a few weeks ago, put over Braun Breaker, said working with Braun was great. Talked about how the young crew in NXT were eager to move up, and he was happy to see that. I'm going to say the quote here from Seth Rollins. He said, "We were going through a period with NXT where there was a lot of complacency and people talking about, I'd rather stay in NXT. I don't want to go to the main roster. That always rubbed me the wrong way. When I went down there this past time, I felt a different energy, and I felt people were excited to come to the main roster and take their careers to the next level." Thank you, Seth Rollins. Because I've been saying this the whole time. I was saying this back in like 2019 when you had all those guys saying they didn't want to go to the main roster. The only one that I didn't really think too much about it was Tommaso Ciampa when he said it. Because I just thought Tommaso Ciampa was just saying that in character. Like his character was NXT. You know, everybody else had like WWE in a at name on Twitter or Instagram, and Ciampa had NXT. Like he was one of the heart and souls in NXT. So when he said it, I just looked at it as being in character because I feel like he had no problem going up to main roster when it was time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went
and
up.
He said it for health reasons. It wasn't like he just didn't want to go. It's like, listen, his body done been through a lot in his mid-30s, and it's like going on the road doing this shit every day. It's like you risking it even worse. So that's a good reason.
But then you had guys like, and I'm gonna say some names, Adam Cole, probably the biggest example of this one, who I feel over time, Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era did kind of ruin NXT, like towards the end of Black and Gold, because they were just there too long. And it kind of got stale after a while because they could have moved up and did a whole lot more. Y'all forget NXT was a developmental league.
Supposed to be.
It was supposed to be. So why are y'all almost 40 years old trying to stick around and stunting the development of a whole bunch of people?
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Like, who cares if y'all was at risk for failing on the main roster? Like, how many All-American in college go to the NFL or the NBA and be great?
Yeah. And it's like, on one hand, it's for a period of time, it's like, listen, NXT was just a better show. Yeah. So, you know, when they were going through those periods of, you know, Raw and SmackDown not really hitting, that I could understand a little bit of, you know, hesitation, because it's like, I don't want to go up there and get booked into purgatory or just not getting booked at all. It's like, that I understand. But that smoothed itself out. And again, like you said, it's supposed to be developmental. We're supposed to progress past this. So it's like, if y'all don't go up there, how do we get better at all? Because one could argue that if you put Adam Cole and Undisputed Era on the main roster and book them correctly, they'd still be here today.
Yeah. In a lot better position, too.
Yeah.
Especially even work out for them.
But what I'm saying, especially with DJ Paul running the show now, like, we'd have been fine.
I just had to wait a year.
Yeah,
a year. Where AJ McCarron at, man?
He ain't he in XFL?
He might be.
I think I think he was on the team that won this year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, he was slinging that thing. Pause.
Yeah, no, he was.
I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with being AJ McCarron, bro.
No.
If that's how you pan out, that's how you pan out. And you can't take away what you did in developmental or in the amateurs in college, whatever you want to equate NXT to. Yeah. You don't take nothing away from that.
He's still balling.
Where Kendall Marshall at?
Still got a baddie too. Like,
yeah. Can't take away what Kendall Marshall did for North Carolina just because he wasn't successful in the NBA.
Nah, man. Can't do it.
NXT needs an eligibility rule like college.
That's smart.
Like, hey, you eligible for what, 4 or 5 years, and then you gotta go up to the main roster and see how you pan out. And then we give you a probationary period on main roster. If it don't work out, you can, go back to NXT, get repackaged with another gimmick, or leave, be let go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. I'm with that. They need to implement that. Cut the check, Sean.
Yeah. Nick Khan, I just gave y'all idea.
That's what I'm saying. Tired of giving y'all free game on here.
Like, we shouldn't be having, and there's nothing towards like Angelo Dawkins. He's great now. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't be having no more Angelo Dawkins being in the developmental for almost 10 years.
Yeah. When I found out how long he was actually in the system, I'm like, damn, come on now.
But it's like, if he got let go, we wouldn't have where he's at now. But I'm just saying, like, you can't be doing that now, especially when you do have these college athletes, former college athletes coming in, and you created that pipeline now. I think it only makes sense to have like an eligibility rule, like 5 years, something like that. you get injured, you get a red shirt year. Let's start treating it kind of like that. It'd be a good idea. What you got? You got some about a certain somebody's father.
Yeah.
A certain couple. Three people that we see on TV weekly?
Yeah, so Mr. Fatu, aka Rikishi.
Big Oos.
He had an interview this week, and the only snippet I focused on is this, because he was asked if he would in some point in time get involved in the Bloodline storyline, and his response was short and disappointing, because he said, "I'm gonna have to stay quiet on that one." Sir, your child, your son, was just stretchered out to the hospital last week.
He was.
At the hands of your younger son. So that answer's not gonna cut it, fam. That answer's not gonna cut it. Like, first off, your sons have been in a state of complete chaos the last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got jumped in to being subservient to your nephew.
They did.
They found success. You know what I'm saying? They done broke records, main event of Mania. But ever since April, it done gone all the way downhill. And the most notable thing I've taken away from it is your absence. Because three out of your what? He got 4 or 5 kids?
I don't know. He might have more.
Well, three of your kids are infighting right now.
Yeah.
So something gonna have to give, bro. Like, you can't just be absent. Which is why, again, I'm gonna be keeping my eyes on Slammiversary, because if I see him in there, we gonna come back next week and we gonna have a different conversation.
Oh yeah.
Real talk.
I'm just saying, we turn on Slammiversary and I see Big Oos sitting ringside before.
Not gonna be okay.
Apparently Trinity and Deanna might main event. If I see Big Oos ringside, you know what's happening.
I'm packing the edits. Guess what?
Just know.
It's not gonna be okay.
Just know. What else you got?
Segue real quick. I got a question. Where does Eric Young work? What company does this man work for?
I don't know. I'm seeing they talk about he might show up as Scott D'Amore's partner.
Yeah, that came up when I was looking at shit.
They said he was with WWE a couple months ago.
Yeah, because as far what I saw in this, listen, I don't report Celtics news, so we don't do that. It's not canon. But apparently, he had been working backstage at WWE a couple months ago. I don't know when that stopped, but now apparently talking about Eric Young might show up and he might be teaming with Scott D'Amore tonight. Like, we got another.
This is like you want to go over to TNA and work Slammiversary, you can. You don't wrestle for us. You don't have to, be exclusive on a performer's contract. Might be one of them ordeals or what?
You know what? Just to be safe, might put him on Mr. Get a Checklist. Just to be safe.
Hey,
might just have to do that.
Yeah, if he show up tonight, because like I tried to watch Impact on Thursday, and then as is tradition with Impact Wrestling, they gotta fuck something up. The channel which Impact airs just totally crapped out. Like, the whole feed just fucked up for about 20 minutes. I had to turn it off already. So I missed the entire segment from the people who did get to see it. And apparently Scott D'Amore was making a phone call to somebody, and people were speculating on Thursday it was going to be Eric Young. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see at Slammiversary tonight.
Yeah, man. 2 quick ones real here. People were saying that someone in UFC last weekend after she won her fight, she said that she heard Ronda Rousey was coming back. And this is a couple days after we heard that Ronda Rousey has a hard out contract. So once she put Shayna over, which she better put Shayna over.
Ronda got what?
An out in her contract. So she got a date where she can just be out.
They hooked her ass up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that led to all this talk that Ronda Rousey might be coming back. And Ariel Helwani came out to squash that yesterday and said there's no truth to that. She's not going back to UFC. And let me just say personally, thank God. That's all I got about that.
This nigga's scared.
You already know she is.
I almost believed it for a minute, only because Amanda Nunes retired a month ago. So I'm like, this bitch was like, coast is clear.
Right.
Pop back in here. You know what I'm saying? I can leave this wrestling shit alone and get back to doing this and making money. But nah, we ain't doing that. Britt Baker said she would love to have a match with Charlotte Flair. All I got to say is insert Spider-Man meme.
Man.
I don't need that. like, for what? For what? I'd watch it, but for what?
That wouldn't even be a good match.
Like, listen.
That wouldn't even be a good match.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Chappelle show, don't drop that shit.
Don't drop that shit.
Oh,
man.
That's why I got it wrapped in the CIA napkin.
Right. Some pound cake.
Nigga had some yellow cake.
Yeah. Oh, man. What else I got? So, Carlito, so Port said he was supposed to be at Madison Square Garden last week.
That cat?
Well, no, he wasn't in New York, but he did go to Pittsburgh, and most people know Pittsburgh is where they go to get cleared, so he probably is a little bit.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, in a lot of the docs and stuff like that, they show a lot of people going to Pittsburgh to go hit the doctor. That's the only reason I know. But yeah, so he's probably in transit. So we just gonna stop speculating and just wait to see him.
You ain't gonna see him till Detroit or after that, probably.
Probably. At this point, you might as well hold off because it just makes sense. Let me just jump on. I'll get this a little quick thing. Teddy did an interview. He talked about a plethora of things, including Johnny Ace and Mark Carrano, where he called them the two worst people on the planet.
Man.
Yeah. Part of the story is he was riding with a referee, and he told him how much money he was making. The man as a referee was making more money than him as a general manager.
Don't play like that. Are you serious?
Oh man. Then he said Johnny told him that they don't make Teddy Long action figures because people wouldn't buy them. And more than likely,
I would have bought me a Teddy Long action figure player.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who he lying to.
Shit.
He said he was probably the person that stopped WWE from selling shirts with his likeness on it. And I mean, we already know what type of time Mark Carrano was on, so none of this was really a surprise.
Yeah.
And he still has no nice things to say about Ric Flair. That was his only comment when he was asked about that, because I know a couple years ago he was talking about being in Tennessee and how Ric Flair was dropping N-bombs, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just said, look, you don't got nothing nice to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. He just left it at that. My last thing, Kevin Nash was on his pod, and the topic of LA Knight came up. So he used that platform. He used his platform to drop a real hot take by saying that LA Knight is a ripoff of Stone Cold and Steve Austin, and nothing about him is original whatsoever. My question to you, Kev, and we all cool over here, but what did that man do to you? What did he do?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm packing the edits, guess what?
These peasants, you peasants.
I'm sorry I had to do it to him.
Oh,
Big Diesel.
damn, man.
Big Sexy. Super Shredder. Oz. Vinny Vegas. Kevin Nash, bring that ass here.
Bring that ass here, boy.
I gotta do it to him, man. What he do to you, fam? I really want to know. Because I ain't never in my life seen, heard Kevin Nash hate on nobody.
Right. This is off-brand for
Out
Kev.
the blue. Love me some Kevin Nash, man. I don't like Kevin Nash being a hater.
Yeah, that's not.
Did my man LaMarcus Antoine take your girl or something?
That's what I'm thinking. Like he took one of your.
Because that's the type of energy. That's the type of energy when a dude take your woman.
Yeah, because like it wasn't warranted or nothing. Like it wasn't like it came from like as far as I know, was nothing said in his direction. So I don't know where this came from. This was just like just outright.
That man was being a ripoff of The Rock. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I'd rather folks be a ripoff of The Rock than all these Shawn Michaels ripoffs we got running around here.
Listen, that's a conversation for a whole nother day.
Right. These folks can't even be 10% of what Shawn Michaels was for real outside of a super kick.
Right.
Whereas like if somebody is a ripoff of The Rock, quote unquote, at least they good. At least they captivating. LA Knight, Ricky Starks. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Tripping Kev.
Right.
Love you though, bro. You the fan.
Yeah. Just get that hate out your heart, man. Because that's not okay. We still cool. Just you gotta take
keep
care
a check.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Keep a check.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a hot take, bro.
What's that?
So we mentioned his name a little bit ago. Tommaso Ciampa. And he came back about 2-3 weeks ago, got his old music back, got his old swagger back. Got cheated out of his match this past week. It's okay though. I need Tommaso Ciampa to beat Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. I need that. And here's why.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Hear me out.
Yeah, let me hear this.
Hear me out. There's a reason why I say that. One, it kind of takes you back full circle in terms of Seth Rollins, NXT, everything like that, right? They both started the same place. They both, had to come up and, establish himself on the main stage, stuff like that. But Tommaso, when he was in NXT, like you just said, he was one of the hearts of NXT completely. But it was never bigger than when he was NXT champion, when he beat Aleister Black. He was coming out to no music and everything like that.
Fuck you, Ciampa.
Right. Yeah, it was never bigger than that. So, especially now that Triple H is running the show now, that shows you the full evolution of him developing not just great talent on NXT, but main event talent for the future in the company. So, Seth is your guy now. Tommaso came up. He was one of your biggest stars in NXT. He comes up here. Turn him back heel. Get him, like, he don't got to carbon copy it, but, like, just get him back to that point, and he got to run through Seth. He got to beat that man down, take that title, and give him a run. Let him do his thing with this, and get it back to my second point, being the best. I said this when I first stepped foot on this show. In, 2018? He was in full heel mode, coming out to that no music, beating Johnny Gargano like he owed him money. Like, that man, I argue with your mama, don't argue with me. He was the best heel in pro wrestling by a country mile. And I would not debate with nobody about it. Exactly.
Not debatable.
Yeah. So if we tap back into that, then there's no question he could be world champ on that show. Because the other thing is, you don't have no monster heel. You got one monster heel on the show, and he has the Intercontinental Championship. We got plenty of time to set that in motion. But until he breaks Honky Tonk Man record, which I think he still got a couple months for, Until he breaks that record, we don't even need to go down that route. But in the meantime, you got a black heart on your show. And you could use that to start really booking some good TV. You got time to do it. That's all I'm saying.
You might have convinced me. You know what I just seen we had on the soundboard?
What's up?
That I could have used a few moments ago.
Pray to God you don't drop that shit.
I forgot I had it. Now that I know, I remember.
Yeah.
All right. We done with the rumors?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we good. Let's move on. And we was talking about Ciampa and Miz this past week on Raw. But elsewhere on Raw, I have a question for you, Reek.
For that though.
How many royal families are there in wrestling?
A wise man once said that wrestling has more than one royal family.
They do. And one of those royal family members, Sir Cody Rhodes, challenged Brock Lesnar to a rubber match. And first of all, let me just say this. I can't keep track. I can't keep track of these Cody Rhodes promos because they just get better every week.
About to say, don't even try.
I went and there's a moth right here just flying around my head.
That's crazy.
Don't make me uncomfortable. Hold on. What you going, fam? Yeah, land. Yeah, that shit in the window. I'm scared. Hold on. We live. We got bugs flying around while I'm trying to do a show.
Just for y'all that listen, black people don't play with bugs.
We don't.
I'm just telling y'all right now, like we don't do this shit.
We do not. Like, take your ass back out there in the nature, Phil. I know your people is missing you.
Especially when we sitting down trying to do shit. Like that is an impediment to our focus.
Yeah. So it just flew in the kitchen. Hopefully, it was in the kitchen for hours, and then I couldn't reach it. It just went up to the corner right above the fridge. I ain't about to do all that.
Yeah, no.
Now I didn't want to interrupt me while I'm doing something.
Some bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway, Cody Rhodes challenged Brock Lesnar to a third match, but these promos, they getting to me.
I said it last week. Like this dude paints a mental picture for the fans like nobody else right now.
Literally. I don't think nobody is better on the mic than Cody Rhodes right now. And there's a lot of people who are really good on the mic nowadays. There's Roman, there's LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that are decent on the mic, like, Charlotte and Bianca, and, Sheamus is pretty good on the mic. Miz. But Cody on another level.
Yeah.
So, that third match, though, I'm going to need that to be some sort of stipulation. A cage.
Yeah.
Something.
If the rumor mill is any indication, you might as well go ahead through with it. The Texas Bull Rope match. That was a classic of his father's. It only makes sense. And if you really want to put Cody over in this, it's the best way to do it without like having him like outright beat Brock straight up.
Yeah, didn't he have like a bull rope match against Lance Archer or something? Or was it Brody?
No, it was the dog collar match.
Ain't that damn near the same thing?
Basically.
Yeah, you can book it kind of like that. Didn't he win that? It's Googleable. I don't feel like looking it up right now, though.
I want to say he did.
I can look it up. I ain't gonna be lazy.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna. Yeah,
I think he did win it because I think the match where Brody beat his ass was like a regular match.
Yeah, that was a regular joint. It was Cody and Brody Lee, and Cody did win. So I had that right. That was Brody's last match, actually. That's how I remembered it. Yeah, y'all can do that same thing. Yeah. And obviously, Cody went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that man is he's putting in some of the best work of his career right now. Let's talk about a little AEW real quick. I did not watch Dynamite. I forgot to watch Collision last week, and then I looked at the results and I was like, hey, I ain't missed nothing.
Yeah.
But this past Wednesday, I'm hearing good things about Adam Cole and MJF from people who I trust in our circle and outside of our circle. So I'll have to pay attention to that more. Cena, they announced
I'm in.
Pac and Kota Ibushi.
I did see
Blood
that.
and guts.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can't have any blood and guts now. So it'll be interesting to see how that match gonna go. And then the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament finals are tonight on Collision. And in the words of Issa Rae, I'm rooting for everybody black.
Amen.
Let's go Willow. Let's go Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch NXT this past week?
This past week,
Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov?
No, I gotta go back. Run that back.
No, yeah, you gotta run that back. That was a takeover caliber match, like OG takeover. That was the type of joint. So
I expected that because Ilya, we ain't said it enough, but Ilya ain't missed since he been on NXT.
Ilya ain't missed since he been in WWE. I know y'all didn't watch UK. I did. If you didn't see him and Gunther in UK,
listen.
Every match they had in NXT UK, they had 2.
That was what made me watch UK.
Y'all probably seen the second one. The second one took place on an American takeover.
Yeah.
But the first one, whew, that shit was on TV on a Thursday afternoon, NXT UK, and like 40 people watched it. I was one of them 40. Go watch it. And if y'all didn't see Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov on Tuesday, go watch that one too. Them dudes went out there on a Tuesday afternoon on a summer night in Florida. I said afternoon and night. It was a night. It was 8 p.m. in Florida when that match took place. I'm tripping. West Coast time here. Nah, it was crazy. As the kids like to say, it was a banger. Y'all went crazy.
Hey, man.
And then Judgment Day was all over this show too, man.
I heard it was showing up.
Taking over Raw and SmackDown, man. Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest cut their teeth in NXT, man. That's their house.
Mm-hmm.
The house they built pretty much, especially Finn. Finn definitely built that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact.
Took on, they had a tag team match, Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Trick Mello Gang. Carmelo Hayes took the loss to Finn Balor yet again.
Oh, no.
So I don't know what we doing here. But Wesley had a promo backstage. And guess who that promo got interrupted by? Dirty Dom Mysterio.
Oh, hell no. Here we go, man.
And he challenged Wesley for the North American title next week. All I'm saying is I thrive off of negativity. So if you want to fuel me and charge me up on a Tuesday night, it's going up on a Tuesday on my timeline. If Dirty Dom wins his first singles championship in the WWE and ends the greatest North American championship reign of all time. Just give me all that negativity. I know I just countered what I said a few moments ago, rooting for everybody black. But sometimes being negative trumps my blackness. So give you that.
Man. I'm like that. I'm like the Michael Scott in the Office, like, please God, no.
No. God, please no.
But the funny thing is like it would honestly make sense. It really would. Because West could probably move up at this point, and that's another wrinkle. That's another wrinkle for Dom.
I got something for you.
Oh, shit.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh. No, it do make sense though. Like it makes perfect sense. That's why I really want to see it. Then Finn Balor really gonna be pissed because he ain't got shit.
I'm about to say he gonna be big hating because everybody got something but him now.
So give me that.
Oh.
Also, next week, guess what, bro? Your boy back. He touching down. He back home. And forget about it. Tony D, fresh out. I need a first day out freestyle from Tony D'Angelo. Told them crackers holler at me when they sober.
The American justice system continues to fail us every day.
Hey man, he was set up, bro. All the evidence was enough to overturn the conviction. Y'all should give my man credit for time served too. This stuff happens to us all the time, man.
Well, again, they continue to fail us every day.
That's crazy.
We know what time it is.
That's crazy. And let's wrap this up with SmackDown, shall we? You watch SmackDown, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you weren't here last week. What's your perspective on this Jey Uso bloodline thing? I said mine. Our guest last week, RN, said his. He ain't a guest no more, but you know what it is. You know, black people, you ain't a guest at black people's house after the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, no. Correction. You're not a guest at a black person's house after an hour. At that point, get your ass up and help in this kitchen.
Basically. Yeah, that's an unspoken rule. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Look, I told y'all all where I stand on all this. And it's like, I guess I gotta just keep saying it so that it just keeps coming true. Like, the man spent the latter half of 2020 into 2021 building his singles resume until Jimmy came back. And it's like, they just put Jimmy on the shelf again, in storyline, but they did it again. Why do that if we're not really trying to go for this? Like, listen, you got people in the crowd singing his music now. Like, he's getting a genuine pop from people. He done announced it to all of y'all himself. Like, this, this is main event Jey Uso. Thanks. I'm the chief. I'm the head now. Like, I said a couple weeks ago, it's like, you got to have conviction of what you say for me to buy into it. Who has more conviction than this man right now? I promise you I don't see nobody.
Not a damn nobody.
And it's like, I tried to put this out there. I put it out there years ago. It done took 2 years, but it was the best story, still the best story in wrestling that's been told, and we going all the way. Like, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, SummerSlam, and you know what I need to? This is not even a hot take. This is just what I need personally. I need 3 stages of hell. I need 3 stages of hell at SummerSlam for the title.
And first we ain't seen that in like 20 years.
Exactly. And who better to book it than the man that's running the shows now? Because he know all about that. First stage, you can just give me a singles match. You just give me a straight up one and done. Second fall, I'm thinking like no DQ submission, something like that, right? Third fall, you got to go back to where it started.
Hell in a Cell.
Give me Hell in a Cell.
Yep. And
finish it once and for all. If that don't do it, like, everybody needs to say, oh, you got to convince me that he should be the guy to do it. If that booking right there and no matches don't do it for you, I don't know what else to tell you. Because we done tell the 3-year story that, if you paid attention to, was right there in front of your face, but you still ain't buying it. Do that. Book that for SummerSlam and let the rest fall where it may. Because if you can't buy into it after that, I don't know what to do for you. Like, he got it on the mic. He done proved it into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only person to beat Roman Reigns in almost 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what else y'all really want at this point. He got all the motivation in the world. He's fighting for his brother now. And against one of his other brothers. Like,
nice.
This is where we at, man. Y'all know what time it is. Just stop being delusional and just wake up. Accept what is.
Facts. And you know what? I think I ain't gonna go too heavy on this, but I do want to issue a slight apology to somebody, because I think I had the wrong white man fucked up. I want to apologize to Sami Zayn just a little bit, because you ain't even the white man they need to be worried about. Paul Heyman is the real villain here.
Mm-hmm.
This man called himself a juicer. That pop.
And then
Hola.
and got this directional gaslighting. Like just 1 month ago, if that, you was swearing up and down this was all Jimmy's fault. Mm-hmm. Jimmy is leading you to failure, to destruction, because he wanted to turn on Roman Reigns, and Roman wants you to be the next head of the table. You was doing all that less than a month ago. Now, just last night, oh, this is all Jay's fault. Jimmy's in the hospital all because of you. Like, bro, pick a target for your gaslighting. You gotta.
Right, is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one mic? Is it black girl lost a shorty owe you for ice?
Thank you, Jay.
That always comes in handy.
Because it's terrible. It's really bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how that pans out, excuse me. Elsewhere on the show, we got a US title invitational and two fatal. They did this recently with something else. I can't remember what it was, but they had a fatal 4-way match and another fatal 4-way match, and then them winners face off against each other to determine the real number one contender. So Santos Escobar has already qualified for the final, and then next week on SmackDown, Rey Mysterio, Cameron Grimes, Sheamus, and LA Knight. Yeah. I think we just go with the no-brainer, man.
Y'all know what to do.
Yeah, because here's what y'all should do. One, I ain't gonna lie, like he's great, you know.
To the moon.
He's great. And I remember him and LA Knight had a nice little feud in NXT.
Oh, that they did.
Had Ted DiBiase coming. Then there's Sheamus. Sheamus has been doing some of the best work of his career the last several years now. Going like 3-4 years. Whenever he came back. Like
he ain't mid.
Yeah, he not. From the Jeff Hardy joint to the Brawling Brutes, him and Drew put on crazy matches. And this was after years of being a tag team guy, and y'all forgot Sheamus could go.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sheamus can go.
Banger after banger.
Even at this stage, Rey Mysterio can go. And I wouldn't be mad seeing Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. But there's one thing I noticed, and somebody else pointed this out as well on Twitter. On Friday, you had all the competitors in this fatal 4-way had a promo to hype themselves up. And the only one who got a promo in front of the live crowd was LA Knight.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
So I'm just saying, it writes itself. I called it a couple weeks ago to have LA Knight take on Austin Theory and take the title from him so y'all can stop bitching that he didn't win Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Do it. And then from the US title division to the women's title division, we got Bianca Belair versus Asuka in the main event. And for some reason, I have no idea why, because they weren't kicked out of the building. Charlotte Flair, Io, Sky, and Bailey all came with tickets to sit ringside. Is one of them oversights from somebody who hasn't been booking the main shows for but a year now. It's one of them little mini oversights. It's okay.
Yeah.
But my whole point is, this is what I wanted and expected from the women's division after the draft. When I found out these 5 women were going to be on the same show together, I wanted all of them to be interacting some way, shape, or form. And they're all interacting over the championship. There's clearly Bailey trying to cash in the Money in the Bank that she does not possess. So y'all be paying attention. Y'all act like we don't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I pay attention.
And honestly, like honestly, that's kind of why. Because I know initially it was like they probably headed towards a triple threat. Honestly, at this point, y'all can give me a fatal 4-way because and make it Bailey
who wins,
throw her into the mix, and you have Io just sitting back in the background with Money in the Bank. So it's like, okay, if Bailey don't win, I got the backup plan right here. Like, you could do that too.
Hey, they could. Here's what I would do, because like I don't think Bianca. I don't think it's her time to win it back just yet.
No.
She held it over a year. We got to give it a rest. Charlotte. I mean, y'all know how everybody feel about Charlotte.
Listen, we know what happens with her at SummerSlam, so
Yeah.
we got to be careful.
But we don't need to do that. Asuka ain't did shit with the belt, so I don't know what's going on with that. That leaves Io and Bayley, and I think like that fatal 4-way idea. You could have Bayley win, and then have Io cash in.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
But here's how I would do it though: have Bayley win the fatal 4-way, and then be like, "Is one of us, and we got this backup plan with Io if it doesn't happen." And that would be the whole thing. They go into it, and then they actually do it. Bayley wins the championship at SummerSlam.
Okay.
You know what happens after that? It's not what y'all think. Io not gonna cash in on Bayley immediately. No. We gonna see. Here's what we gonna. Y'all, you remember when 2008 Vengeance? It wasn't called Vengeance no more in 2008. It was Night of Champions.
It was Night of Champions.
2008.
Yeah.
And Edge got drafted to SmackDown, and he was the world champion.
Right.
The WWE Championship was also on SmackDown. So Batista is on Raw. He got to be Edge to get the title back on Raw. Edge screws over Batista, and he comes out on Raw the next night like, yeah, I'm taking this championship back to SmackDown. Fuck y'all.
Oh, yeah. Batista was like,
Batista was like, psych. Beat that man ass. And Batista, on his way back to the locker room, and CM Punk music play, he run out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Recreate that same thing, however, do it to where it makes sense. Have Bayley come out there. She come out there with Io. They roll together. Have Bayley the champion, Io Money in the Bank, and say, like, you know what, we gonna take this thing hostage, because you know what? Something happens, it's all Gucci. And then, you know what you hear next? You know where I'm going with this, Reed?
Well, who is it, though?
Hold on.
They got a tank.
Okay, I got you.
Had Shotzi come out there and just beat the shit out of Bayley when she finally come back. And Bayley the champion. And she just beat the brakes off of her. And then you got to have everybody come out. You had Jason Jordan and Adam Pearce and Petey Williams and Kenny Dykstra still back there. Have him come out too. Just had all the producers, TJ Wilson, all of them come out and just get her up out of there. Because they got it, man, she wilding on Bayley.
Right.
And then you had Io look down at the briefcase.
Like,
hey, Ref Jess, get over here right quick. Io Sky is cashing in her Money in the Bank. Come on, fam.
I like that.
It writes.
I'm here for it. Cut the check.
Cut the check, Triple H.
It's more free game.
Whoever. We giving y'all free gems all the time on this shit.
Yeah, man.
And then one last thing I want to talk about. We can get on up out of here. Y'all might not see the shirt I'm wearing. Y'all see the shirt I'm wearing, though. You see the shirt I'm wearing.
Yes, sir.
Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Business. Bobby Lashley back. This man pulled a Grandpa Simpson. This man pulled up, got out the limo, got right back in and
right
off.
And out of here. Let's go.
But he had to come and swoop up the Street Profits.
He had a business meeting.
Yeah. So I'm glad to see all three of them finally doing something worthy. You know, I'm not the biggest advocate for just putting all the black people together, but when it's three black people that haven't really done shit in a year, I'll take it. Yeah. I won't complain.
And got that potential, because we didn't already said from jump that Montez was the star out of the two of them, but then Angelo been really like going off the last couple months, and like he been up there. So now it's like you see his work improving and stuff like that. So he getting on that level. We already know the deal with Lashley. We just been asking where he been at. Now he here. Put it together. Let's make magic. That's all I want.
Bobby Lashley said, "You looking for a nigga? Nigga here now."
Yeah.
No, I need that though. I need that. I've been like I said, I've been waiting for both Street Profits and Bobby Lashley to do something, especially in the last several months. They just been floating. Like you got Lashley. Last time we saw him, he was losing clean to AJ Styles, which I had an issue with that. But
yeah,
I mean, it's AJ Styles, but like
still.
Bobby Lashley about to be 47.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy because like he don't look 47.
Nope. Which
his body probably don't feel like he's 47. He take great care.
I'm about to say, you see that motherfucker, and that gives me hope because see,
Facts.
he and I have the same affliction. We both got alopecia, so you can't tell my age, and we can't tell his. So I'm in good shape. Like I ain't got to worry about nothing.
Is that why he don't got no eyebrows?
Yeah.
Didn't he have eyebrows the first time?
All right, so I'm a reveal.
Oh
this.
no! Yeah, put me on game about. Put me on game about alopecia patients, real quick.
I'm gonna fill people in on this. So I haven't done this, but there are people that when they have situations like this going on, they'll get their eyebrows like drawn on or written, or some even get them tatted. I'm pretty sure that's what he had going on at the time. Either that or he was still in the process of them going away. But yeah, it's slow. It's real slow. Like this all happened over time of years. Like I just lost the ceiling at one point in time. I had everything else. But then like 3 years later, it's all out of there. So, it takes time. So I don't know which one was the case, but it be like that sometimes. Some people just want to keep the illusion up, so they do that. Me, I was like, I don't care. You get what you get at this point.
Okay. So my man Bobby Lashley might have been on that Chola flow back in the day.
He might have been. He might have been.
I didn't sweat off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far. It was a good show, and I had the timer running. I had the timer running. We within an hour and a half.
My man, here we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
We try to be professional going into year 4. Just call us AEW. Look at this.
Oh man.
Was that too soon?
Way too soon.
Was that a low blow?
Oh man.
Hey, plug your socials, fam.
Y'all can find me at Recap24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, y'all can check out the past episodes of the Havoc Hour, where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. The video versions are up on YouTube. I know I said I was going to bring it back about a week ago.
Couple months now.
Yeah. That's TBD, especially with everything going on right now.
Hey.
Because I was away for the weekend, and then this shit at work. So, we'll see. We'll see, man.
Hey, we gotta do that Baby Boy review that we talked about last week.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna at least try to get something out like before, training camp. Well, when training camp starts, that's like next week.
Yeah, training camp next week. What you talking about?
Yeah. So like when that get jumped off and getting ready to start football and anything like that, I'll do something. But yeah, it's up. Y'all can check it out.
Yeah, go check that out, man. And while you checking that out on Instagram, you can check us out on Instagram too at YK Wrestling, and check me out at tc.fontaine, and check out my photography at foy.flicks. And Young Kings Wrestling, we everywhere. YK Wrestling. We on, where we at? Facebook. We don't post there. We on Instagram though.
TikTok.
Post there sometimes. We on TikTok. Post there probably the second most frequent place that we be posting, and I only post on TikTok like once a week. So But if you really want to know our thoughts and our live tweets and everything, we are on Twitter, also at YK Wrestling 2. And as we stated at the top of the show, you can check out all the links to all the platforms where you can find us at, all the merchandise as well. Go get you a t-shirt, go get you a logo tee. Walk around and support us. Go get you a Black Lives Matter tee. I tell y'all all the time, I'll be thinking about releasing them wolf packs. I might have to release the wolf pack joint.
Okay.
I seen somebody in the Dollar Tree with the NWO wolf pack on like a couple days ago. And I didn't say nothing to him because I don't say anything to people when they have wrestling shirts on anymore.
Yeah, no.
I stopped doing that. Because I also seen somebody with a List of Jericho shirt on the other day too. So I was just like, yeah, I'm seeing everybody out with all these wrestling shirts on. These old wrestling shirts too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had List of Jericho shirts. No idea.
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, it makes sense because, you might as well capitalize.
Yeah,
but
exactly. So I just didn't know. I probably would have bought one back then too.
I think Jericho's on the Mr. Keeper checklist too.
He is. We just ain't gonna give him no recognition on here. But yeah,
I got you.
If so, he would definitely be a nominee every year.
Yeah,
he finds a way.
Playing concerts during COVID.
Yeah, man. I seen this man. I don't know if it was recent or if it was old. I don't pay attention to Chris Jericho when he's on TV now. So I feel like it's old because this has been like when he was fat. He was fat Jericho. Yeah. He was just like somebody said he was dancing. He was dancing like a middle-aged mom at a New Year's party.
Oh shit. That's bad.
It was looking all bad. So but shout out to not talking to wrestling fans in public when you see them with wrestling shirts on. Because one of the reasons I don't like wearing wrestling shirts in public, I wore a Bloodline shirt like a year ago. And the dude, it took him about 45 seconds to bring up AEW to me. And that's one of the main reasons I don't talk about wrestling to wrestling fans who are obviously wrestling fans because they wearing a shirt. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, man.
It might be an easy opportunity to promo Young Kings Wrestling. I don't see it that way.
No, because we just listed off all the places that you can go find us. So that's all you need to do.
Yeah, just do it that way. I don't know how long we were running like 4 minutes since the plug your socials. So I was just trying to drag it out a little bit, man. But until next time.
Said I'll be back to hold you down. I don't want to leave.
But I gotta go right now. We gotta go right now. So until next week, we're gonna hit y'all with another one.
Another one.
We out of here. Gone.